So, Len, how long have you been involved with the greyhound industry for?
I think about 50 years.
How did you get involved with it?
Well, I was bred and born on a farm, and we used greyhounds and crossbred greyhounds for hunting, and a lot of the time they supplied food for the table as well as themselves.
So, what part of Victoria was that?
I was down in Portland.
So, you love the dogs from a child, or?
Oh yeah, love them. Greyhound's a beautiful animal. And, you know, I love all animals, to be honest.
So what, apart from racing greyhounds, you have greyhounds as pets as well.
Yep.
So what's the difference between racing a greyhound and then having a greyhound as a pet?
Well, I guess confinement, you really make sure that greyhounds can't get a bad name by being loose and grabbing someone's cat or even being loose around the street. You've got to make sure that you exercise them under restrictions and look after them really well. I don't think there's a better pet than a greyhound personally. You know, they're just a beautiful animal.
So as athletes, they're a great animal as well. So how many dogs can you remember how many dogs you've had at the track and how often you've won a race?
Well, I was small time compared to these big trainers. When I see the massive setups they got over the acreage that they got, I operated from like 3 acres, and I was small time, but I was lucky enough to be in a position where I looked after them. I was hands-on. I did everything myself, breaking, rearing, training, taking the vets. I did the whole lot, and it may have been the reason that I was successful. I don't know, but I know that if you look after your animals and feed them well, certainly you're going to get good results, and that's what evidently happened to me.
So today's workshop, you've given up a lot of your time to be here. Why is it important that GRV comes out and talks to people such as yourself and in the industry about this?
Well, look, I was lucky enough to be involved in another training program back in 2007 with some of the other trainers. It was a different section, or sort of, it was actually a training and breeding, the whole concept, not just one piece of it. And somehow someone said we did a good job on that, and they've asked us again. But at the time I did say to Troy, who asked me to come along, I said, look Troy, there's thousands of people better qualified than me. He said, well, you've got a name of breeding some very good dogs, so that's why I'm here.
So you were fairly passionate about a couple of things up on the panel. What is the one thing GRV could do in this area of breeding that would make things better for the whole industry in the future?
Well, I would list Gobas my first option, because I think it gave people an incentive not only to breed, but to breed good dogs that could get results, and it kept them in longer. Well, I felt it did. You know, it wasn't a matter of breeding something and getting out. You're hoping that once you paid your initial entry into the Gobas scheme, that you're going to get something back out of it. And look, people did love it, and it was a good incentive. It was a disincentive to take it away.
Yeah. So, how long do you think you'll stay involved with the greyhound industry, Len?
Oh, look, I'm retired. I'm virtually retired. When I say retired, I've got 2 young pups. I've got a pup from Sweden it is coming. It's 4 months old. More than probably I'll just break it in and train it until it goes to the track, and then a trainer will have the benefit of half of whatever she earns. So,
do you still have a bet?
A bet? Well, it's one of my bad habits. It's a losing habit.
Thank you very much.